All right, so we got another beautiful Saturday. We're going to be out hitting garage sales again, of course. But today we're going to try something a little different. I'm going to attempt to sneak some video at the actual sales. Some people have been asking us to do that, so we're going to give it a try. Of course, I will do my best not to infringe on anyone's privacy, so I won't try to get anyone's faces in there or anything. But we'll give it a go and see how it turns out.
Let's do this.
Hey, how you doing? Hiding any video games around here?
No, that's the fifth person that asked.
Well, I see you got a Halo book. How much are you asking on the books?
How about $1?
How much for the shirt?
How about $1?
What's this?
You know, it says it's like some kind of a game thing.
Ooh, that was lightweight.
They're incredible, huh?
How much are you asking on
I
this?
tell you what, since I don't even know what it is, I'll let you have it for $1 and you can figure it out.
Okay. I'll take that. X game. See what it does.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Try out some new things.
Yep. There's some DVDs here, Sab.
Hey, let's look
Disney
at that.
stuff.
What's the Star Wars mod?
Hey, what's up, Internet?
Hi guys.
So we're back with another episode of Games and Garage Sales. This is actually going to be a combination of all of our findings from the past couple of weeks, as they were kind of slow, but with all the weeks put together, we actually found quite a bit of good stuff. So let's get started.
All right, first we have this Xbox 360 Halo 4 guidebook.
All right, so funny story about that. So the garage sale that came from, I actually walked right up to the guy and I asked him, hey, do you have any video game stuff? He said no. So I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of like glanced around real quick. I was gonna go back to the car and just start looking on my phone, maybe try to find like the next garage sale. But as I was going, Sabrina actually called me back. She's all, oh, Tom, there's a Halo book over here. So I was like, oh, cool, Halo 4 official game guide, all right. So then because of that, I was back at the garage sale kind of looking around, and I looked down and I saw this box, which I have seen before. So this is called a X game. Now, if you're not familiar with this is a system that was put out by Soulja Boy. Basically, I'm pretty sure he got sued. I never really followed up on the story, but he was putting out this system which, you know, it's basically an emulator which has Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, a bunch of old systems, and it has 600 games preloaded on it. Some of which are hacks and some of which are actual ROMs of actual licensed Nintendo games, which is where the problem comes in. But anyways, I still ended up picking it up because when I asked him how much he wanted for this system, he was like, you could take it for $1. I can't get the thing to work. So I was like, all right, well, maybe it doesn't work. I brought it home, plugged it in. It works perfectly. I have no reason to keep it around because I've already built, you know, my own Raspberry Pis with RetroPie on it. And I'm already able to emulate all those games. So really no need to keep it around. But we looked up the comps on it and it looks like it goes for around 50 bucks on eBay. So that'll still be a good find.
So I went out again on Friday morning. I could not find very many video games, but I did find PlayStation 3 games. They're very common. We've got some football, Fight Night, Call of Duty, Tiger Woods. They were only $1 each though. So that was a great pickup in my opinion.
Yeah, really good deal.
She kind of had them mixed in with a bunch of like DVDs and Blu-rays, and I asked her how much she wanted for the games and movies, and she just said $1 each. So I grabbed these along with a couple of pretty awesome Blu-rays too as well.
Okay, so the next find that I'm going to show you is actually a fail on my part. So aside from video games, I also am somewhat of a Apple fanboy, I guess you could call it. So anyways, I saw these phones at a garage sale. They're iPhone 5Cs. In my mind, they were probably worth way more than what they're actually worth. So I ended up paying $25 a piece for these. The problem is that they go for between $30 to $40 tops on eBay. So by the time you pay eBay fees, shipping fees, we're probably gonna around break even on these. But I still couldn't help but pick them up. I tested them both out. They both work. They're both in really good condition. The problem is that they're only 8 gigabytes. So yeah, pretty old and outdated at this point, but it's kind of a glorified iPod at its worst. So I don't know. I thought they were cool, but hindsight being 2020, probably wouldn't have picked these up.
But this is all a part of what it is. Sometimes you buy things that turn out to be really great finds, and sometimes they turn out to not be. And it's just a part of the whole learning experience. All right, up next, I have 3 Xbox games. NCAA Football 2005, Ghost Recon 2, Far Cry Instincts. Now, I got these for $1 each. But funny story about it is I also picked up a Starbucks cup that the girl ended up giving to me for free, and I actually sold that cup for $100.
All right, so next up, we got yet another stack of PS3 games. These are always really cheap and they sell pretty quickly, so they're good to pick up. They're not worth that much, but when you bundle them together, we usually throw bundles for like 25, 30 bucks, so they're pretty good overall. But anyways, we got Grand Theft Auto 5, Battlefield 3 Limited Edition, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, but just the regular edition, and the Beatles Rock Band. This game's actually really good. So story about these, some of them are marked at $1, some of them are marked at $2, but usually whenever you try to barter, you'll get a better deal. So I was like, hey, will you take $5 for all 6 of them? And they're like, sure. So $5 for these. They did also have a PS4 game, Battlefront 2, but they would not go less than $10 on it, so there was no room there for me, but maybe next time.
Up next, we have 3 Xbox One games. The first one is Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Now it's the one that comes with a little booklet, Madden 16, and Theft.
Nice.
Now, he had it listed $16 for the 3, but we offered him $8 for the 3,
$8.
and he took it. He also had another Xbox One game. He had Minecraft.
Yeah.
And he would not go down on the price. He was trying to get $20 for it.
Yeah, it's weird. People have certain things that are worth more to them, so they're not going to go down on the price. And yet they'll have something that's worth way more, and it's not worth anything to them, so they'll sell it for really cheap.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to ask around and be comfortable. But another thing to point out is just always be really polite about it and ask nicely. And yeah, sometimes you'll get some really good deals from that.
Yeah. Personally, though, I hate when people say, wow, you don't know how much I spent on this. That's my yard sale pet peeve.
Okay, so the next one is a huge stack of games that I got. So these games were all individually priced, and some of them were priced probably way too high, up around like $10. There was no way they were worth that, but this is the good thing about getting to a garage sale at the end of the day. So we got to this garage sale on Saturday late. They were looking to close up. They don't want to pack this stuff back in their garage. They want to get rid of it. So there was a little bit of bartering that went on, but ultimately I ended up taking every game that they had for $30. So it was roughly almost exactly 30 games if I recall, so basically $1 a piece. But yeah, we'll go through them really quick. A lot of them are duds, but if you bundle them together, they can still make an okay sale. So first up, NCAA 06, NBA Live 06, Gran Turismo 3, Arena Football. I'm actually interested to look this one up because it might be a little bit more rare compared to like the NFL or NCAA football. SSX3, Arctic Thunder, Stuntman Ignition, Hot Shots Golf 3, Madden 08, Madden 2005, MVP Baseball 2005, Simpsons Road Rage, NFL Street 2. So that does it for the PS2 games. Next up, Xbox 360 games. So we got ML Baseball 2K7. I remember buying this for my PS3 when it first came out. FIFA 14, Madden 15, FIFA 15, NCAA Football 2012, 360 Connect Dance Central, and another copy of Connect Adventures. I think we have like 4 copies of this right now. Next up, the Nintendo Wii Games, always my favorite. Winter Sports, The Ultimate Challenge, Little League World Series Baseball, Raving Rabbids TV Party, NCAA 09 All Party, and Wii Music. And then lastly, thrown in with those games, there was actually 5 Game Boy Advance games. So I was pretty excited to find these. Unfortunately, no real gems in there, but still, I like finding Game Boy Advance games. So we've got Barbie Island Princess, Dora the Explorer, Uno and Skip Bo, Horses with a Z, and Dora the Explorer Super Spies. So again, not the best games, but still cool to find Game Boy Advance games. It's a little bit more rare at this point.
Up next, we found this one yard sale that had this guy who had some video games. He was asking about $2 a game. And then, so we just kind of grabbed all the games. We were just holding them, still looking around because like we mentioned before, sometimes we like to see if we can find other stuff. That way we can make a deal at the end. So we grabbed all the games, and then we also found a couple of other things. And then I think he went in the back and grabbed us a couple more games. And then we ended up bundling everything together. And then he gave us a couple of things for free that were broken. But we're gonna go through those now. First, we're gonna start with the games. We ended up talking him down. We got everything for $20.
$20.
So everything we're gonna show you here, it came out to $20. All right, so first we're gonna start with some PC games. Civilization 2 Gold Edition, Empire at War, Dungeons and Dragons Online, one of the World of Warcraft games, Aliens, PS2 game, Terminator 3. We got a Spider-Man DVD. I don't know how that got mixed in there, but somehow it did. Now we're gonna get into the Xbox 360 games. We got Max Payne 3, Crysis 3, and now we're into regular Xbox games. Half-Life 2, Big Bumpin', Pocket Bike Racer, Ninja Gaiden Black, SSX Tricky.
All right, so the next stuff that I'm going to show you came from the same sale, bundled in for the $20. However, this stuff was not originally intended to be sold at the garage sale. I kind of just happened about it by asking him if he had any more video game stuff. I always ask because I just want to know, and it actually works more often than you would think. Just asking people like, well, I have this, but I don't think anyone would want it, and I always want it. So the first thing is a PS1. Now it is covered in Tomb Raider stickers, and it does have some problems, so probably only make like $10 off of it selling it for parts. It powers on, it looks like it works, but then the problem is something might be wrong with the laser or the actual mechanical pieces inside because it doesn't actually read the disc. But still part this out for like $10, so it essentially was basically thrown in for free, so I'm not going to complain about that. But being that in working condition, you can get these for about $30. It's not really worth my time to go in and fix it. Next, an original Xbox. So this actually has the same exact problem. It will fire up, but it will not read the discs. So this is in the same boat. It's probably worth a little bit more in working condition than the PlayStation. But again, we'll probably part this out and sell it for $10.
Probably costs more to ship
yeah,
it.
It will cost more to ship it, so you just put it at $9.99 plus shipping. Someone will buy it for parts because they'll, be in the repair business. So that also came with an official Xbox original controller, which tested and does work. An Xbox third-party Mad Catz controller, also tested and works. The left joystick's you know, a bit loose and mushy, but it still works. And then completely randomly thrown in the mix is a Mad Catz Gamecube controller. So I tested this out and it definitely does work. The name of it is Mad Catz Microcon. Microcontrollers don't work out too well for me. I have large hands, so even regular size controllers feel a little bit small at times. The microcontroller, definitely way too small. But these sell well, so unfortunately I'm not finding nearly as much stuff for my collection this time around, but you know, I'll make sure I use all this money to buy more video game stuff. Okay, so last item of the day, we have a Xbox 360. It's actually in decent condition. Unfortunately, the little door that covers the USB slots doesn't close all the time. It'll close if you hold it upside down, but it doesn't, this little spring doesn't work. And then the door for one of the memory cards is missing. Aside from that, this thing works perfectly. Came with all the cables and everything to hook it up, so this will be an easy sale. No point in keeping an extra Xbox 360 around.
And may I also point out, when we bought this, it was extremely dirty. I mean, it was disgusting.
Yeah, it was covered in dust. You could tell it was probably like sitting in their garage,
Yeah.
just getting covered in dust.
Yeah.
Same thing with this controller, but it cleaned up really nicely and it
really
looks
nicely.
brand new now, and it works perfectly. So, and with these old Xbox controllers, what's cool is you don't have to worry about it having a faulty battery that only holds like 2 minutes of a charge because it takes AA's. This controller is honestly probably worth more than the 360 itself at this point. That's just how it is, but
And it's going to cost a lot of money to ship it too. That's the only thing too that sucks about these Xbox systems is they're so heavy.
anyways, thanks for hanging out. That's going to do it for this week's video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do let us know in the comments what you think. Have you been out hitting the garage sales? Did you find anything good? If you did, let us know what it was.
Also, in the description below, we will include a link to our eBay store. Most of the stuff we showed you today is going to end up being posted. And then also, there's tons of other video game stuff available too as well.
Awesome. Also, if this is your first time on the channel and you enjoyed this video, please do click that like button. Of course, subscribe as well. It always helps. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
And this was Ghost Recon 2.
Ghost Recon 2.
And Far Cry
Instincts. Yep.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm giving you some good bloopers. Ninja Glider Black? Ninja Gliding Black?
Nope.
Ninja Gaiden Black. Ninja Gaiden.
There you go.
Ninja Gliding Black?
No.
Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden.
Sabrina word of the day.